We are here at the Las Vegas Convention Center to attend the February edition of Magic, which is a big fashion trade show in 2 locations. Our first stop is going to be a seminar on how fashion trends are predicted, and then we're going to see a lot of footwear if we can avoid the breezes in the air today. Curious to see this exhibit on the way into the Las Vegas Convention Center, and what is happening is that the Build-A-Bear people will now be offering slippers that youngsters can build in a very simple way, and the slippers are supplied by Esquire Footwear, and in the end a youngster who has a bear that they have built can also have matching slippers. The slippers will be available in the fall.
Oh yes, it is Jules.
And we look at, the traditional diffusion of innovation. Where are they inspired? Where are consumers inspired? Are they inspired by a blogger, by an influencer? Are they inspired by a new Netflix show coming out? Where are they getting their inspiration? So, as part of consumer research, we need to know this. And really, the only way to measure it, the only way to look at this, is to look at the back end of it and look at the data that's being collected. My 12-year-old is always telling me on her iPhone that all these apps are free. Isn't that great? Look at all these free apps. And I sit there and go, it's not free, I'm collecting data off you. I'm knowing what you're sharing and how you're doing it, what hashtag you're using. And, then some of the students do start to say I stalk. But I want to know, why did you like that, So then comes the shifting of the gatekeepers. So the gatekeepers are your influencers. So at Magic, this time actually, I'm at WW Social House interviewing influencers and asking them how are they creating this creative kind of curated story online. Because as someone that wants to know what the next trend is, whether it's a makeup line or where they're going to shop, I want to know where are they getting inspired. Also today, I'm interviewing costume designers. So we have 3 costume designers that we're going to interview because they are also the new gatekeepers. One of the trends that we recently saw, and we wouldn't have found this if it wasn't for searching onto Pinterest what people are using for hashtags, but the new TV show Star Jones, the lead in it, tends to wear her jacket falling down her shoulders. Now, 1 or 2 scenes was okay, but it literally is like every other scene. She has this jacket or something that's really low. Well, one of the big trends at New York Fashion Week on the street was people wearing their jacket hanging off their shoulders, but in a very exaggerated sense. So actually, a costume designer was the influencer that influenced the influencer that now is influencing the consumer. Yay!
This is the 2nd floor of the South Building of the Las Vegas Convention Center, and this is where folks who are involved in manufacturing fashion-related products have booths. This is called sourcing. I'm going to take a quick look around sourcing, having just attended a seminar that was very interesting about the use of data in projecting fashion trends. What I can remember are trends such as grunge, unisex clothing, and boots for men. And I did take some other notes, so I'll remember more later. Anyway, we're going to look around Magic in the South Hall, and we're going to start with sourcing. This crowded showroom is in touch, and folks can come in here and buy shoes made in China, as most shoes are these days. They can put their own brand on the shoes, or the In Touch folks have their own brand as well. And the prices are good, said the sales lady I talked to. That's because the shoes are made in China. The sign here says charging station, but it looks like folks in this lounge area could also get recharged and take a nap. This may be one of the first times I've seen a lounge area where folks can actually relax. I know this is another Chinese company because of the name. The names that the Chinese translate into English are sometimes, they're all positive, uplifting words like Fortune Dynamic. Fortune Dynamic is very busy as well. Wow. There are some 85,000 people expected to attend the magic show in all of its iterations. A lot of those folks are right here. We're going to take a look at some of the branded shoes on display here at FN Footwear News. Platform is the name of this show, which is one of many that are part of the magic event. This is one huge ballroom, all filled with shoes. For FN Platform, there are carpeted stairs. Fans come from all over the world. This is Ted Baker from London. Straight ahead, shoes from Italy. This is an exhibit called Lines of Denmark, and there are, I think she said, 8 different lines of shoes from Denmark, and these are the latest. Look at these.
Yeah, very.
Kind of tennis shoes, what I call tennis shoes, but with a great deal of flash. And then look at these. These are Vegas shoes, baby. Full of glitter. I'm in the Mauri booth, M-A-U-R-I, shoes made in Milan, Italy. The company started out using exotic materials such as alligator, ostrich, crocodile toe, and we're talking a retail value of $400 to $800 maybe.
Yeah,
that's right. So, or up to $1,000 even. So these are fancy shoes for fancy people. This is the Voile Blanche booth, and they have lots of decorated shoes for the little ones, as are these. By this booth because of this cute little TV. And on the TV, when I first walked by, was some conversation about stretchable shoes. So I asked a lady here about that, and she showed me the shoes here, which are great for travel, and she calls them BZs. And I said, where's the company located? She says St. Louis. And I said, I'm from Webster Groves, which is a suburb of St. Louis. And I said, when I was growing up in St. Louis, the big company was Brown Shoe Company. And she said, that's what this company is, though it has a new name. And I think she said Caleres. And the shoes that I looked at, these right here, which are stretchable, she said these are called BZs. And the B is for brown. Ask a question and you get more interesting information. Anyway, BZs are good for travel. Stopped here at Sutro, which is a new brand being exhibited at this show, but not a new brand altogether. Sutro is a San Francisco company, and they feature handmade leather boots and shoes, right? Beautifully made in Mexico and available hopefully outside of San Francisco after this show. And I also looked at this poster, and the young man here explained to me that Trendage is an app that is available now, and you can input your measurements and have various clothing items displayed that would fit your measurements. But someday this app will allow you to have your own picture there in the clothes, and you can decide whether you want to buy them or not. Clothes and shoes and probably jewelry, etc. That's Trendage. Vanitas, joy is a choice. What a great slogan. And here are some of their shoes and bags, and this company is from Spain. Is advertising misleading? These legs must be 6 feet long. I stopped by Ordery Technologies because I thought the gentleman who was sitting behind this booth was selling his photography services. No, he's selling the actual booth and the software that goes with it that allows a 360-degree picture. He's got a couple of booths here, the $2,000 version and the $13,000 version. He said he participates in about 20 shows a year here in Las Vegas, so they must be selling some of the 360-degree photography systems. He's here again. Just a minute, honey. All I have to do is put on my shoes. A half hour later, she arrives. We're in the comfort shoe area of the show, Rockport, made for movers. Let's go. Another brand I have purchased in the past, Caravan, and I haven't heard of them before, but anyway, they have a slogan, comfort without compromise. This is quite a display, and it's all real. It's under the black diamond sign, but wow, quite a display. In the comfort foot area, there's a sign, complimentary foot massages, and guess what? They're being had. Okay, shall we try on some shoes? And some more shoes, and some more shoes. Seppo from Spain, and they have the best music and really attractive bags, and they know how to dance. Fun, fun, fun. Winter's almost over in Las Vegas, but I stopped here because all of these products look so delicious. These are Pudu's brand socks, one size fits all, gloves, and hats. And I put my hand in one of the gloves, and it was absolutely delicious. So, I understand the last time they appeared at Magic, they sold everything. Hope the same thing happens this time. Joseph Siebel, the European comfort shoe, has a poster featuring the grunge look for the lady and Joseph Siebel comfort shoes. Always have to visit SAS. They are my shoe company. And they are made in America, the shoes. SAS is going to make a flat shoe come next August, and these are them. They look good. It's lunchtime in the camp. And there's a lineup of folks. Avenger made for women. Well, it turns out that Avenger makes work boots for men and women. And here are a couple of boots for women that may range in price from $80 to $150. And the gentleman here said that the women's boots are a growing segment of their business. About 35% of the products they offer are for women. I didn't know that. Great name for kids' shoes, Oomfies. Mom, I need some new Oomfies. It says Kalaka, dare not scare, and here are some of their designs. Send the children out of the room when you look at this. Well, they will attract attention in Las Vegas. We're nothing if not trying to attract attention. How much are these retail?
$180 US.
Okay, and nobody in your crowd will have anything like it. Kalaka. My color, and I couldn't help but stop here. This is Anushka, hand-painted leather. And the gentleman here said that the hand painting takes place in India. My goodness, I can hardly draw a stick figure, much less realistic flowers. Oh, they're beautiful. What is the price range retail of say the purses?
They range. I mean, we have
I know,
the bigger bags.
lower and higher.
150 and 350.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, they're beautiful. And these are not shoes, but these were made by God. All kinds of plants. Here's a brand that's been in business 80 years. This is Weegens by G.H. Bass and Company out of Maine. And this is quite a display. Of course, Living Royal socks has socks of all designs, including this one. So as folks don't get lost in this huge exhibit area, there's Michigan Avenue, Newberry Street, and Fifth Avenue, among others. Guess who's here? I wonder if she's selling any shoes. This is the Ivanka Trump booth, and although I could not get any statement from the gal that runs the booth, she will say we've had a great show. And she said those boots that you can see in the background are particularly good sellers. Another branded footwear on display is Daisy Fuentes. And looks like she's got a whole lineup here. How's the show been for you? Good? Gentleman here is eating lunch. He's more in favor of the shoes than the lunch that he bought. If you ask how a shoe brand was named the Revolution, there is an explanation. We, the women who seldom sit down in order to be trend right and comfy, refuse to wear shoes that pinch our toes, rub our heels, are frightfully ugly, and make us unhappy. Do proclaim and establish a revolution, the LS Revolution, to fight for beautiful shoes that we don't need to remove until we change to a new pair. And here they are. Dr. Scholl's reminds me that my feet should hurt, although they really don't because there's so much carpet in this exhibit area. Nonetheless, I think I'm about to end my visit to Platform, just part of Platform. There's so many more shoes on display, I'll have to come back.